Hello and welcome to the 2022 Champions Cup, presented by Bushnell. This is a PDGA major. We are at the W.R. Jackson course in Appling, Georgia.
I'm Jennifer Allen.
And I'm Holly Finley. And we'll be your commentary team for today.
This is the FPO Chase Card Round 3. We've had a gorgeous week so far with the weather here, but today it's going to be a different story.
And on this card, we will have Valerie Mandujano.
From California, Owen Scoggins. From Florida, Chloe Alice.
And from Finland, Henna Blomroos. Here we are, hole 1, par 4, 660 feet. Depending on how you want to attack this hole, you can go conservative off the tee and land here right at the corner, short of this stump, or do a big turnover and try to get around the corner. You can also do a conservative upshot and land right about here, or go big distance and try to make it all the way to the green for a chance at birdie here on hole 1.
That's a good little hop back. Hopefully she's got a clear enough sight to get that second shot up to the section in the middle Holly was mentioning. We just need any gap here. They're not really, they weren't trying for big distance. This tee pad is very wet. We're trying to stay in the middle as much as possible. Chloe puts a lot on it and she's going to make it all the way around to that front side.
Incredible throw.
Henna lets that one go a little bit late, but it managed to fight all the way back to an open spot on the fairway.
What a favorable position after basically throwing it right into the forest. Yeah. Wow.
Sometimes the good shots get hit harder than the bad ones.
Just think the course and move along. So Valerie can't really do a run up here, or I'm not sure if she even wants to. Going for more of a placement shot. Being a par 4, you can still scramble from that position.
Owen has such an incredible forehand. She's probably going to push this. Oh, got over it on it a little too hard. She wanted to make it up that fairway more.
And that is a little low, but as long as it stays on this side of the trees, it should be pretty good.
Asking for it to come back. And I'm not sure that that's going to have a clean upshot, but Owen can always do work.
With Owen, you never know. And this is Chloe's drive. Wow. She's in position to attack this. She should have pulled it more right.
Yeah, that came out early. The conditions, are not what we've been used to. This is the first time we've been touching wet disc all week long, and you have first hole jitters. So it's going to take a few to get used to the conditions and shake the nerves. That's a much better release angle on Valerie, and that's going to let her kind of try to save that par.
Yeah, that was a beautiful upshot. Kenna leaving it right inside circle's edge. This will be Chloe's third shot.
Owen's scramble game is activated. Oh, just caught that last big tree, but she is the probably most incredible putter on tour. Oh, such a great bid. And she is so fast. The camera guy's got to be ready today.
Every day.
Beautiful putt.
What a great par save.
Distance on this course is not important. I've learned that as the week goes on. Sometimes my mid-range off the tee or just taking it a little softer gets those pars easier. We don't have to get down the fairway for pars.
Chloe for par. That's a good first putt.
There we go.
And with these horrible conditions today, there were no birdies on hole 1, which isn't surprising because it plays as the most difficult hole.
There we go.
Couple pars, a bogey, and a double.
Okay, we're to hole number 2. It's a par 3, 390 feet. You want to get as straight up the fairway as possible, and then the basket is going to be tucked over to the left. Distance off the tee straight is more important than trying to fight the disc to go to the left. Get past this creek, and you can have a look at birdie.
Mandujano up first. And that's a very common mistake to make on this hole. You basically just throw a flat straight shot, which is angled right towards the corner of the woods.
I think sometimes the positioning on the tee pad really can mess with us. Her angle looked a little more left to right, and it kind of headed her straight off to the right side of the fairway. Chloe's able to get it right up the tight left side, and that's going to be circle 2, I'm assuming.
I like the height on that.
Yeah, and the angle. That's going to be a stable, probably a destroyer, I think is her main driver. That last tree kind of got her in the creek, and there's probably some water in there. It's casual today, though. Owen rips her backhand.
I love that. Skip over the creek. Hey, yo, that'll be a long, long look at it.
And if anyone can do it, it's Owen.
Circle 2.5.
Yeah, there's the water, but that is going to... She'll get casual relief behind it if she would like. And that was a good run.
Yeah, very nice touch on that, especially in the rain.
That holds the angle most of the way. That should be a good par save. There's Owen's running approach. Just a little short. I guess 70 feet's too much to putt sometimes. Chloe gives a big bid. And those were good bids that kept them all close for their par save putt.
Solid putt from Valerie.
A little on the right side, but sneaks it in. I don't know about you, but I don't think I could play with.
I was just thinking, I don't know how her or Deanne.
Yeah, especially in the rain.
These other girls play with their hair down. Paige Bjorkis did that for a long while.
Long time.
No, I could not do that. Of course, I have triple the hair length that
You
they
do.
but still just the hair in the face.
I have a thing. I don't even think I can barely play without a hat on.
So everyone skates away with pars. No harm here, but also you're not really getting ahead of the field any. That's a tough birdie to get.
It is. A lot of these holes, I mean, if you look at the scores at the end of the day, even is not a bad round. So there's so many of these holes that par's great.
Here we are on hole 3. It's a par 4, 594 feet. Couple different ways you can play this. You can go for placement to about right here, or a turnover shot. Make it around this corner and bite off a little more distance. That'll leave you a shorter upshot into the green. This is a very birdieable hole, and these ladies should be attacking it for a birdie.
Unfortunately, if you get off this fairway at all, bogeys sneak up very quickly.
Yeah, you'll be scrambling, no doubt.
That's not going to turn as quick as she'd like. Hopefully it doesn't go too far.
I don't know, she might be pinched off in that corner.
This is just a soft rain, so there's not really any wind.
And Chloe put a lot on that. Now, there is a back alley, but it's kind of narrow.
Yeah, I think her and Valerie are going to be a little too deep there on that first shot. This is a touchy, when you're going to attack it with a turnover, it's a touchy little shot to hit this very narrow fairway.
Henna forcing over a champion roadrunner, but cuts a little too hard. She'll be in the woods as well.
That's a tough spot from over there, I can personally say. Owen's got such a strong forehand.
It needs to get around the corner and not be in the woods.
So Henna and her are going to walk together, and both these ladies are going to battle from right and left.
Yeah, scramble mode activated.
Owen had a gap. And that's going to give her a look to save par.
She got a full drive out of that.
Yes, she did. Chloe's got a lot of power. Doesn't come out where she wanted it to. It looks like she's missed where she was aiming.
The fact that she could keep her foot behind the lie while doing that drop down throw is very impressive. Oh, look
Henna
at this.
cranks it over. That might give her a good placement as well to save par. At this point, if you miss that first landing zone, you're going for par.
Oh, I love the shape on that.
Yeah, that carries her all the way up there.
Great placement. Not being greedy, just looking for positioning.
And that's what this course does. It suckers you in to be aggressive, but usually the aggressive shots are the ones that find trouble. So sometimes just softly taking it up the middle is the easiest way to find your par.
Chloe with a park job on her upshot.
Owen says, I can do that too.
And Valerie using all the shapes in the bag today.
And that's what you need to do for upshots. I think the women tend to be a little bit better at upshots than the men.
We have better finesse.
Little touch, and these women showed us how to do that.
So Valerie takes her par here, as does Owen.
These are great par saves from where they all were on their drives.
Whoa, Chloe doing something crazy. I would not be doing
And not in the rain?
crazy flips in the rain at a major. But hey, Chloe, you do you. All right, everyone skates away with a par here on hole 3. That's pretty good.
That is great. Hole 4, par 3, 327 feet. This is one of our shorter holes. You do not want to get aggressive on this either. A nice straight shot that's going to finish to the left will give you a look for birdie. This is a definitely birdieable hole for us, but if you get off the fairway at all, it's a scramble for sure.
Very tight tunnel. Valerie looks like it's pulled a little right. Can it sneak inside the limbs?
Good skip.
She'll have a very long look at it. 45, 50 feet. I've seen her make those.
Oh, yeah. I think that you get that sigh relief. You can exhale on the tee pad. If you get this first gap that goes straight, that's getting a little aggressive, and it is a very difficult place to save par from.
It looked inside, but it might cut through. No, it got caught up on those twigs.
She made it a little further, maybe closer to the edge. She may be able to save that one.
Save for par.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Correct.
Yeah. Ooh, come
goes
on,
a little
swing.
too hard, little too straight. That kick may stop her to where she can at least have a clean approach to the basket.
Yeah, if you land right on the edge of the right side, you can see the basket and just pitch it up for par. Now,
Chloe stayed a little closer to the edge than I thought.
Whoa. Oh. I mean, she's basically pinned deep at that point, so I don't know if par is reasonable from there, but...
Slides in another upshot right underneath the basket. Tap-ins are nice even when you're one of the best women putters in the game.
Tap-ins are the best. Give me all tap-ins.
Hannah gives a nice little touch shot.
What a beautiful turnover floater that was. Wow.
Putters have a little glide. Wow, she gave that a great run.
Yeah, Chloe's coming in a little hot. It went long, but it's still a putt.
I think she was excited to start today. You can tell she's getting aggressive, and sometimes that pays off and sometimes it doesn't.
Valerie going for that long par save. And look at that comeback bogey putt. Chloe Alice.
Good par.
Hole 4 playing as the third most difficult hole, averaging almost a half stroke over par. So it just shows you how difficult it is for people to hit those tight tunnel shots. And this is a short one too. I mean, it's, this should be a stock shot in everyone's bag, a 325-foot hyzer.
I think sometimes maybe we get aggressive thinking the smaller distance, and that's, if you're off the fairway, I'll say it 100 times.
Yep.
It's difficult.
It sure is.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing. I love you, Oregon!
And if you haven't, please join the Patreon crew for Ace Run Pro. We appreciate them filming the FPO cards and being out here at all of the big events. They do giveaways each month. It's starting at $3 a month. Patreon.com/AceRunPro. Here we are on hole 5, par 3, 363 feet. This is a Bushnell sponsored hole, and if you get the CTP, you can win a grill. What you want to do is push your distance as far as possible to try to get a birdie here, but just like the previous hole, it is a very narrow fairway, and it's I'm just going to say it, guys. It's hard line to hit. This is not an easy shot by any means.
No, this is definitely one of our tighter fairways. Valerie's going to punch through that right side. I've seen a lot of discs sneak through. They get that kick.
Look at that.
Miss the fairway, but is going to have a look at birdie. Missing right is a better result than missing left. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's very well worded.
Henna makes it most of the way down. That's going to be an open look, at least a clean layup, if anything.
That's hyzering a little left, a little quick, but she's made it a good ways down there, and hopefully she'll be able to scramble from there.
Yeah, 363 is not super long. So if you can get the first, get 2/3 of the way up, par's doable.
We've seen Chloe's game as more of a hyzer flip, and that one just didn't quite get the full flight out of it. She's caught up again, unfortunately. She'll be throwing 3 from this lie.
That makes it through.
That is a meaty putt to save Bogue.
You want a good kick off that tree. That's perfect. I thought it looked like it was going to hit that big tree. Aiming at that big tree is okay. The basket is kind of on a little upslope versus downslope. So hitting right there in front of the tree is going to slide us up towards the basket most of the time.
This is Chloe Alice for a 4.
Good bid.
She will have a drop-in double at this point. This is Valerie Mandujano's birdie putt.
It's a clean stroke, just a little soft.
It was very soft and nose up. More soft than she normally putts, I feel. Oh, jamming one in the chains.
She's got the hardest wobbly putt of anyone. I don't know how she does it.
It's perfect.
Just like Own.
Valerie saves her par. As I've been doing commentary, I have taken notice of Henna's standstill game. It is incredible for distance shots, for placement shots, for accuracy, for finesse. It is just so good, and I hardly ever do standstill.
Really,
so
I do a lot of standstill as well.
It's something
in the
I've really
rain
noticed.
conditions, it's helpful. Hole 6, we're going to go uphill, par 3, 366 feet. A tight, narrow gap off the tee. There's actually 2 ways to go. We're going the right side on this view. If you can get up past this little front tree area that's guarding the basket, you're going to have a look at birdie. 366 sounds short, but this is a big elevation change, and it probably plays close to 400 plus.
Absolutely. That looks like a great shot from Valerie. Right up the fairway.
Beautiful drive.
And that's just a simple chip shot into the green.
Yeah, so you can see that little left side over there, but I don't know if anyone ever took it. Henna takes
I feel
the big
like
hyzer.
you only take the left side if you're forced to.
Right, a bad kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one off the tee.
Yeah, Henna gets in prime position because she makes it past the middle section, so she'll have about a 55, 60 footer maybe.
Owen's backhand is just crushing today. It's gotten stronger and stronger.
Yeah, she's throwing further than she was a few years ago.
Chloe's line is just a little off. Sometimes it's the timing, sometimes it's excitement, and sometimes it's the rain. But she's going to have to start slowing it down and getting on the fairway to recover.
That was a great chip out. But saving par from here is going to be, you know, a throw-in.
It's a little high.
And that's going to be a meaty putt for a bogey. 35, 40 feet maybe?
Oh, and just trying to slide it up there. Sometimes staying low is an easier approach to the trees. Again, I say that, and I go a lot of high ones to get around. So there's a lot of guardian trees on this course. Valerie gets around that last one on the right side. Hannah going high, gives it a great bid for 2.
When you can get up there and actually give it a run, I feel like you've really, you know, mastered the drive on this hole. This is Chloe for bogey.
Yeah.
She put the height on it, but it finished a little left, a little early.
There were no 2s on this day. I gave it my best bid. I was just at edge of circle, and I almost wish I would have laid up. I had a hit and roll, and I would not think this is a rollaway basket, but this course just challenges us every single hole, whether we are ready for it or not.
Owen with a great par putt.
See Jeff Panis and JP supporting our Innova women on this card.
And Chloe with another double. Unfortunately, that's her second double we've seen. And she needs to, like Jen said, try to keep it in the middle, maybe slow it down a bit, get back on track here. Hannah taps in her par putt. Here we are on hole 7, par 4, 624 feet. What you want to do is chip a shot around the corner. However you do that best is up to you. A driver, a putter, a mid, it doesn't matter. You can land right about here, and then you can have a short upshot into the green. This is a birdieable hole, but that requires 2 perfect shots. I feel like a par is in a way a small win on this hole, and a birdie is a bonus.
Yeah, getting a 3 almost feels like an eagle. So Valerie's going to take that little soft hyzer, and we just want to stay in the opening. Sneaks off to the left. Sometimes that gives you a look, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of tricks us. It tricks us into a hyzer, and it's just how much ground play we get.
Hannah sent that a little too high and a little too deep. I mean, she can save a 4 from there.
Owen has a good powered control, I would say. That wasn't too hard. Hopefully it got around that front little bit on the left. Chloe goes big height and maybe tries to knife it in that open area. No, yeah, it's...
Oh, look at this.
That is what she needed after that start. If it just stops,
that's enough,
just
though.
stop.
That's enough. It's still in good position.
Probably better than where it would have been on the left.
Agreed. Hannah with a standstill again.
And I think you have to tell yourself, I don't have to go all the way. If she can at least get this first section that's in the open clean and fade down that hill...
It's not, I don't have to go all the way, just go as far as possible even.
Yeah, just inch your way up these fairways sometimes for par.
And that is a very unusual position. And Owen can save par from there. She's in the fairway. She's on the path. Pick
a line. Ugh, so difficult. That leaf is going to keep her in the fairway, I think, though. This is plinko sometimes in the woods.
Oh.
And that wasn't a favorable kick.
You can see the aggressiveness of the ricochets from high-speed and even fairway drivers off the tree.
Yeah, I'd almost rather hit the tree straight on. That was a good little kiss.
You see the difference.
Wow.
They just
they're playing plinko
wow.
here. Price is Right. Little mini show going on.
This is Owen's third shot. A little tree kick,
okay.
But that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes the tree I hit, I'd almost rather just stop than risk where it can kick me to.
So more scrambling to be done.
That was a good kiss.
Oh, a couple of little tree ticks, and now we're putting. This hole's showing some teeth for the chase card today. Valerie stepped on her disc.
Wasn't called.
Wasn't called.
Wasn't called. And that's hard in the rain, and there's so much going on. And the ground, if everyone can see, there's very few areas on this course with grass. Mm-hmm. And so the pine needles, which aren't probably as slick today, sometimes you just makes your foot slide a little bit. That was a perfect upshot by Henna.
So I've just seen this trend of Henna's standstill finessed upshots are within 5 to 8 feet of the basket.
Yeah. Are you changing your game plan?
No.
Owen doesn't like that look. Owen is usually just spot on the basket. If it's not in, it's hitting it. Oh, that had great height. Yeah, that had great height. At least it didn't roll. You can get some horrible rollaways on this basket.
Owen, unfortunately, will be taking a double here.
Nope. Just a bogey, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, that was to save par, that deep putt downhill.
Okay, so a bogey for Chloe.
That seemed so
And
much more.
Owen.
She was all over the place, right? She scrambled hard. It shows the whole card as bogeys. Sometimes it's hard when there's that many bouncing around to keep track.
Your rating is one of the most valuable things you get with a membership. It takes your performance in sanctioned events, compares it to the rest of the field, and gives you an empirical number to show how well you played. Rain, shine, wind is all taken into account, leaving only one thing, your play. This gives you accurate numbers to track how well you've been doing and your overall improvement in the game. Get your number today. Visit pdga.com/join.
Okay, we're to hole number 8, almost through this front 9. This is a par 5 for the women, 645 feet. Again, going off the tee with a driver, probably not the smartest thing. We just want to get right about here, cut this hole into 2, sometimes 3 placement shots to give you a look at birdie. Pars are fine.
I think this is one of the most difficult tee shots on the course. People seem to be deciding how exactly they're going to attack this tee shot. It is very hard to get in a good place. You can see Valerie's doesn't quite get the turn she's looking for.
No, and that's a difficult placement, right or left. I don't know if one's harder than the other. Ooh, that was a good stop.
Applause right in the X step.
This course, sometimes your upshot off the tee and then your drive puts you in a more favorable place. That's going to be a good kick. She may have a line.
The forehand can set up really well here as long as you don't keep it too high.
Or too tight, and that looks good.
Oh, yeah. It's finishing in the fairway.
Great shot.
Ideal from Own Scoggins, right in the middle.
It's got some good height, which is going to take off her distance, and that is exactly what she needed.
That was about as good as it gets.
So Valerie's almost on the fairway, and you can tell it's still not an easy shot. That's smart play.
Yep, just going for positioning, the smart pitch out. Don't be greedy. And here it's
turning him a little too much. That tree helped her, I think.
Yeah, and for the second shot, it's fine to bite off as much distance as possible if you can control. Don't flail it into the woods.
That height is going to help her.
Come on back.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I think sometimes I've told myself, just putter, putter, putter all the way down to save par is okay on this. Being aggressive is the quickest way to find trouble, just like that.
I mean, that's a way you could technically play the whole course like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel the same way, and that's what this course does to you. You can play smart or you can be aggressive. And the smart play on this course, I think, is how John Houck designed it.
Valerie goes up the right side, so she'll have a long putt. And this is
difficult.
Henna's third shot.
So now she needs the distance, and that is not helping.
That is very annoying. Right back deeper into the woods. She's still just trying to get out back into the fairway at this point.
She got through.
Oh,
wow.
That was incredible. She's circle 2.
Yeah, you can't. That's close to circle 1. That was incredible. That's when you're just so angry, you give it everything you've got, and you sneak through those little holes. Good approach by Own. Need that to come back.
I needed a little more distance and power on that shot.
Yeah, the angle of this green is going to suck everything down to the left. Just like that, even on a little short putt. So,
and man, she was right over the basket, and now she's
So anyone out there playing new, watch your angles that the baskets are on. If you're playing in a hilly area, your disc are going to suck down to the lowest point of the green. Good bid. Yes!
Nice.
What a great par save.
Long putt.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That has to feel like a birdie.
Oh, yeah.
Good bid.
Nice.
That was a great putt.
That was more aggressive than the previous two uphills that we've seen from her.
Mm-hmm. On her awesome little wobble for a birdie.
And it was just that simple.
Yep.
She just went...
Stayed in the fairway.
Yeah. Fairway, 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 make a short putt.
And this hole does allow for one mistake, I feel like, to save par.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 kicks, Henna showed us it can be done, but that's difficult.
Here we are, hole 9, par 4, 510 feet.
There's 2 ways to get to this hole. You can take the right side, which most of us do. There's a small gap on the left. Once you get past it, no matter which way you go, this basket is guarded. Lots of little trees kind of everywhere. There's not a very distinct opening. Owen's going to take the right side with a big hyzer. Looks like good placement up the fairway. And there's a little road we want to get across.
I prefer the right side over the left side off the tee.
I never went left side, but I had a lot of shots from there this week.
That's a misfire from Valerie. She will be in some trouble on the left, but it is a par 4.
Henna's got great distance. If she can get through, it's a little early. That's going to be fine.
That'll be in a position to where you can possibly birdie the hole if you have a clean up shot.
Sometimes these sneak through and sometimes they don't. That's going to be okay.
Yep. If you make it to the road, I feel like you're in birdie par land.
Mm-hmm.
So now Valerie forced to take the left side, which is a little tighter, but more direct to the basket.
I think sometimes when you hit early, you have to tell yourself on these holes, everyone's going to have a second shot. So you might have did your up shot first, and you have to just keep inching your way up. Par fours allow you to take a couple of shots and still save par. So let's see if she can do it. That might be hard from there.
Yeah, she gets caught up again on the way to the basket. Still about 90 or 100 feet away.
That was great distance for Own.
Yeah, it was. Making it to the road is really what you want to do.
That'll give her a look.
Now, this is what I want to see, some shot shaping with the standstill.
Good angle.
It was going to hold the line, too.
It was, yeah. Even with a little soft kick, that's going to be just fine.
Yep, she's still basically right by the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe trying to get into the green. Hey, she's in the circle. She'll be putting for par.
Bid. Oh, she tried. That was a good bid for the birdie. A little too aggressive.
Yeah, too much sauce on that one.
Let's go, Henna. Great. 3, which is a birdie.
It's fun because we saw her make that long par save putt earlier, and now she gets the birdie here.
Oh,
Scoggins taking the par.
Mm-hmm. And she's okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Chloe makes the bogey putt. Yeah, par is fine here. I mean, if you shoot a par round even here at WR Jackson, it's rated around 940 to 960 golf. So there's nothing wrong with just playing the course for par.
Especially in these conditions.
Yep.
The rain has stopped now, but it's still kind of a soggy mess out there.
Yep. And that is it, the front 9 round 3 coverage of the FPO Chase Card Day 3 here at the 2022 Champions Cup.
Thank you so much for joining us, and look for the back 9 coming soon.
Yeah, we check in here to the leaderboard. Currently, we have Kristen Tatar in first, Paige Pearson second, Sarah Hokum in third, and tied at fourth, Henna, Valerie, and Own. We'll see you on the back 9. I'm Holly Finley.
And I'm Jennifer Allen.